Hey everybody, RedstonedDad back here. Alrighty, this is the Perfect Villager Butcher Part 2. And if we remember, last time we left off, this is everything we had. Alright, now that's pretty much all the leather gear right there. We got the two steak and the pork chop trades, and we had coal trade. Well, believe it or not, that last video was 20 minutes long. The additional 10 minutes was me trying to open up the next trades and being unsatisfied. So I cut it short, as you can tell by the end. So, what did I do? Well, we did it again over and over and over, and I kept getting raw beef and pork chops. Well, I decided to accept the raw beef because that was at 14. 14 is the lowest number that I can trade for an emerald. It's 14 to 17, so that's pretty much the most awesome. Now, if we actually go through here, let's go ahead and start at the beginning. Pants for 2 emeralds, okay? 2 to 3 is the price of those. 16 on the coal, well, that's 16 to 23, so we have the lowest possible. On the leather hat, that one runs 2 to 3, and we have 2 for that. On the leather tunic, ours is running 4, and that is exactly what it runs. Now, as far as the steak and the pork chops, they give 6 to 7 for 1 emerald. Well, we got 6 on that one, 7 on that one. I'm not complaining. As far as the boots go, now the boots run 2 to 3. Well, we're costing 3. Then we opened up the raw beef trade. The raw beef trade trades 14 to 17 for 1 emerald, so at 14 we have the lowest possible. Then I was able to open up the saddle trade. Now the saddle trade is 6 to 7, so it's costing us 7. Big deal, 1 emerald. Remember, all those farms will get you emeralds. Then we just opened up the gold ingot trade. Now that's what I just did. Now those are 8 to 9, and obviously 9, so it's going to cost us the full. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go through this, and we're going to see how long it takes us at 2 minutes and a half to go ahead and open up the pork chop trade. And once we open up the pork chops, raw pork chops for emeralds, that will be his last possible trade, making him the perfect villager. Why? Because pork chops are fully renewable. All you need is a pig farm. And pigs are pretty plentiful. So let's just go through this. Gonna try to go real fast here. Now, if you've been watching these, you know how to do it. I just want to go ahead and go through and show you what all the trades are, show you how much they're worth, and prove to you that you can create your own perfect villager with enough time and effort. If you're doing this in creative, it's going to go a lot faster because you can just give yourself the items. If you're doing this in survival, you need to make sure to watch the first videos I put out about the farms that you need for emeralds. If you have all those farms, you have every tradable item. Now this may take a while, because this is his second to last possible trade. Hence, it could take quite a while. I'm not guaranteeing that this will be quick, or that I can even do it in my 10-minute personal allotment. We may end up having to cut this, and eventually, in the next couple of days, however many hours it ends up taking me, to do it. And that's why we're going ahead and doing this in creative, just to be quick about it. Look at my World Tour number 1 and World Tour number 2. Both of those are pure survival, pure hard mode. Everything there, I have farms, and you can see tons of farms in both of them. I have pig farms, cow farms. Totally not sure actually if I ever did the sheep farm, because they really produce a lot, and I don't like sheep. I don't do much building with pixel art, and there ain't no way I'm going to build in my world with wool. That's totally ignitable. I don't see a need for just the random lightning strike to take it down. I always play with fire on and fire spreads TNT does explode. Might as well deal with at least some sort of reality. So that said, we are now running across 5 minutes. 2.5 so far, and he still won't trade. He can do this for a very long time. Now you have to wait at least 2 seconds before you cut back in, or at least until all the stars are gone. I may actually have to end up giving myself some more gold here. If I was in survival and eating all this up from my pigman farm, I'd be pretty PO'd. But the moment I finished, I'd be a very happy camper because I would never, ever have to trade gold with him again. That's the whole perfect thing about these perfect villagers. Once you set them up, pretty much all you're going to be trading with them, like once I'm done, I may trade coal, but I probably won't. What I end up trading is both raw beef and raw pork chops. Hence, I'll just trade beef until this runs out. I'll make one trade on pork chops, and then go back to beef. You know what I mean? Over and over and over. And basically in that, not only is he perfect, but I will just be able to sit there with him and gain nothing but emeralds. Simply off of a pig farm and a cow farm. Free emeralds. Unfortunately, it does take a while. There we go. Pork chops, 17. Now that is the highest, is 14 to 17. Am I going to complain about 3 pigs? No, especially because I use a looting 3 sword most of the time. Where did I get the looting 3? From the librarians, which is why we're holding them off till last to show you I'll be making a lot of them. And why? Okay, we're going to go ahead, save, say OK. Once this finishes, let me once again show you and be done with this one. We have a butcher. Now, I made him a perfect villager. Why? Because every time we come to him, we don't want leather. Leather's useless. Especially when we have, once again, remember, my blacksmith we already did, who has all the iron, all the diamond, and all the chainmail gear, and resets simply for 8 iron. And if you have an iron golem farm, then you're set. Once again, we come to him if we want steak, if we want pork chops. But honestly, baked potatoes and carrots are my preferred. Why waste an emerald on this? Raw beef. Every time I raid my cow farm and I build myself up a bunch, I come back here and I'll trade for free emeralds. No need to ever waste my gold on this guy again, because I have raw pork chops. Now let me show you exactly how this works by using some raw beef and some raw pork chops. We're just going to pop over quickly. If I could even remember where anything is. Oh, right there. Because like I said, I don't do this too often. So, triangle? Yes. And triangle. Let's go ahead and do 3 triangles on that. Okay, so let's say you've just slaughtered a bunch of your cows, or you raided your storage real quick because you've been doing it all week on and off, which is exactly what you should do. And you got some pigs, so we're going to go in here and we're going to go, hey, I want to trade this. And we trade. Oh, man, you won't trade that anymore? What do I do? Well, you go to the very last trade, and you trade once and back out. Now watch. He has the stars. He has the happy swirlies. And then we go back into him. We go all the way to the end. And hey, look, raw beef is open again. So we trade. Wow, he actually used up all of our stuff. Cool. Okay, we just got a bunch of free emeralds off this guy. And that's all he's used for. Steak, cook pork chops, and turning your raw steak and your raw pork chops into emeralds. Bingo! Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, and I hope you like this perfect villager butcher tutorial part 2. Please continue to watch, and we will next work on the farmer. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Hit that like button. Subscribe to see more.